Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Jesse, you're watching JLS Comics. Thanks for coming back for another video. Today we're talking about Miss Marvel. No, not Captain Marvel. I'm talking about Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel. She's been in the news a couple times over the years, and she's back in the news again from the mouth of none other than Mindy Kaling. So when we talk about Mindy Kaling, let me remind you too that she's a writer, she's an actor, she's a producer, she's extremely familiar with this character, and she's been in talks with Marvel in and out for a couple years. So when she's talking about a character, it's not just this random actress mentioning the name. It's somebody who is in the work, in the trenches on this project. So let's talk about why she's in the news. Mindy Kaling just conducted an interview in which she reiterated her interest in this character. She reconfirmed the fact that she's been talking to Marvel Studios, Jeff Loeb and his team, as well as the folks that she's been wanting to team up with for something relating to Miss Marvel. So let's talk about the history of what she's been in the news, talk about the likelihood of where she might end up, because we have multiple choices now. So we have to go all the way back to May of 2018. The head of Marvel Studios, named Kevin Feige, conducted an interview with BBC, and this is what he said. Captain Marvel's shooting right now with Brie Larson. Miss Marvel, which is another character in the comic books, the Muslim hero who's inspired by Captain Marvel, is definitely sort of in the works. We have plans for that once we introduce Captain Marvel, which happened. Miss Marvel actually debuted on Disney's XD, a show called Avengers Assemble, during season 3, where she yells her embiggen, and she has a voice actor named Catherine Kavrani. And that's where most non-comic book readers learned that Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, had her powers activated. She's an Inhuman. The Terrigen Mist passed over her. She lives in New Jersey, and that's how she got her powers. She takes her moniker of Miss Marvel as an homage to the lady who is her idol, Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel. So it makes sense that Feige and his team would want to wait for Captain Marvel's debut to then debut Miss Marvel. So now that we had Captain Marvel, we had a little bit of introduction to her in the animated series. She also appeared in September of 2018 in an animated film called Marvel Rising Secret Warriors, where she was again voiced by Catherine Kavrani. We were just talking about Captain Marvel. That released March 8th, 2019, the same month as the acquisition with Fox was completed. The next month, Disney announced its new streaming service as Disney+, and with that, we got a November 2019 launch date. In May of 2019, it was announced that Disney had struck a deal with Comcast, and now they have full operational control of Hulu. Not full ownership, but full operational control right now. So that gives us multiple options of where Miss Marvel might end up. So there's 3 options: MCU film, Hulu, or Disney+. So let's break these down and see what might be most likely. So in August of 2019, Disney's going to officially introduce the upcoming slate for the Phase 4 MCU films. 2 scheduled for 2020, 3 basically for every year for the next 4 years after that. There'll be more, but they're not going to introduce 10 years down the road, just a few years at a time. The slate, even based on what we know so far, with things that have sequels, directors attached, projects like Black Widow, for example, that's already filming, the slate is very, very full. So probably no room for a standalone Miss Marvel film unless she was introduced in Captain Marvel 2, for example. Although that film is probably still a few years away. Disney+, the second option, will include Star Wars content, Pixar animation content, Marvel content, and those things are directly tied, immediately tied to the MCU. You have Loki, you have Falcon and Winter Soldier, you have WandaVision, all live action. They also have one animated series, it's a What If series, and that will be available, what they said, as within the first year of launch. So there's that. And as I mentioned, also Disney has full operational control of Hulu. Hulu will feature an entire slate of Marvel animated series like MODOK, Hitmonkey, Tiger, Dazzler, Howard the Duck, by some big name folks like Kevin Smith. Hulu also has live action Marvel shows like Runaways, which Elizabeth Hurley was just announced for as Morgan Le Fay for season 3. We've also had announcements that the live action Ghost Rider with Gabriel Luna, Damien Hellstrom, Spirits of Vengeance, they're all coming to Hulu. Hulu slate's filling up really quickly, but it seems to be more kind of adult-leaning, edgier content. Maybe Blade will go there, Moon Knight, for example. In other words, it's not a good fit for a kid-friendly character like Miss Marvel. So out of these 3 options, Disney Plus does seem like the most likely, and with the easiest, most accessible crossover potential with the MCU. You could easily introduce her here on the streaming platform and still have her show up in Captain Marvel 2 in a few years, just like Anthony Mackie, Sebastian Stan, Tom Hiddleston. Plenty of others are going to do for Disney that cross-platform pollination. designation. Mindy Kaling and Riz Ahmed do agree. On May 15th, 2018, Riz Ahmed sent out a tweet to Marvel and he said, "So when do you, at Marvel Studios, want me, Mindy Kaling, and Kumail Nanjiani to get started on the Miss Marvel screenplay?" And then Mindy Kaling was talking to MTV News recently, which prompted this video, and was asked about this very project. "I think the people I've spoken to at Marvel about it are so excited about the character, and I think that they're trying to figure out what to do with it, and I told them I would help in any way because I truly love her," she said. "But they seem really interested, and I think they'll probably do something." She said that it would be good to have an unknown actor play Kamala Khan. The news asked her where it would debut, and she said this: "Now that there's like this streaming platform with them, it might be something like that. But I think they understand how much there is the excitement, you know, Riz, me, every different Desi actor was very excited." So a Desi actor is basically an actor who hails from or is descended from the Indian subcontinent. So that includes India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bangladesh, and some other countries as well. Mindy and Riz are Indian, whereas Kamala herself is of Pakistani descent, but the Desi designation covers all of these. Kumail Nanjiani is both Muslim and Pakistani, just like Miss Marvel. Perhaps if Mindy's truly attached to this project, she'll seek out an unknown Pakistani actress for the role. Some have already looked at Priyanka Chopra. Priyanka really would be a good choice. Let me remind you also that she was the voice of her already on Avengers Academy, which is a mobile video game that launched in 2016, but it unfortunately got shut down in February of 2019. However, and this is big, Priyanka is late 30s and Kamala is 16. Big difference. Priyanka was born in Jharkhand, India, not Pakistan. I like Priyanka. She's a beautiful, talented actor, but not the best fit for Miss Marvel. Let's find a young Pakistani actress for the role. So to sum this up, not take up too much of your time here, Miss Marvel is coming. People are excited, and she's most likely going to debut on the Disney Plus streaming service. But I want to know what you think. Go ahead and leave me your comments in the comment section below. If you enjoy content and videos like this, haven't already done so, don't forget to subscribe. We upload weekly comic book, superhero, film content, and we do a weekly live show Thursday nights, 8:30, right here on this channel. I'm Jesse. This is JLS Comics, and I'll see you soon.